All right. Welcome to our Opulent Freedom Lifestyle event. My name's Jana. I'll be hosting a majority of the event tonight. We get on a few times during the week just to share an amazing program and product and opportunity that we're really excited about, that we're a part of. But we're super excited. We've got two amazing women launching their business tonight, so we can't wait to hear from them. So if you've jumped on to support them tonight, thank you so much, because I know they're super nervous. So any support is great support to be to get people on here. And that's because they care enough to invite you, because this really is an amazing journey for them to be a part of, but it's something that they're quite passionate about and they're really excited to be sharing. So for me, I came across this amazing opportunity 21 months ago now. I've got to get to that second year, so I don't sound like I'm talking about a little baby anymore. But I literally was working full-time, trading time for money. I'd been with the in a government job, in two, for nearly 12 years. I'd been with the Australian Defence Force and had just switched over to Department of Human Services after maternity leave with my second baby. So I literally was trading time for money. My children were in full-time care. My health was deteriorating both mentally and physically, and I was no longer enjoying my job. And I've always enjoyed working, but now that I was a mama, I just was, I think that was playing on my mind that I was no longer being a great mum. Well, I didn't feel like I was. I couldn't keep up with all my house duties, being shopper chef, the chef, paying the bills, keeping the upkeep of the house, learning a new job, and being a mum was a lot to juggle. I'd been researching an amazing product called Juice Plus, mainly for my husband, Luke. He literally only eats meat and potato. And as much as he looks quite healthy, I was really worried about his health going forward into the future with inflammation. Both of our dads suffer heavily from joint pain and joint problems now. So I really wanted to get something into him. So I was researching Juice Plus along with a couple of other products, which was great. And I actually had forgotten about it. And then a post came up on a local mummies group down here in Victoria, Mornington Peninsula. And it was all about working from home. It was all to do with health and wellness, whole foods, teaching and helping other people the right way to look after their health long term, not short term. And I could work when I wanted. All around my children, just needed Wi-Fi. So even though I was super skeptic, I didn't know this person, I reached out and asked her a million questions. And lucky for me, she was super patient. She built a relationship up with me. And then she got to that stage where she asked me if I'd heard of Juice Plus or the Juicy Body Transformation. I hadn't heard of the program, but I was super excited that it was Juice Plus because I knew quite a bit. So I was quite thrilled that was such an opportunity to go with such an amazing product. So I said, why not? Let's do it. Let's get the product. Let's do the business. If I get it cheaper, that'd be a bonus. If I got it for free, great. If I made some money, that'd be amazing. But within 4 months, I was able to go part-time, which was amazing. Honestly, just working in absolute stolen moments around my children and my job. And then within 10 months, I was able to leave. So I've been a stay-at-home mum now since January. Another new role to learn, to be honest. I'd only been home for maternity leave. So it was a very big challenge for me, but I've loved it. Been so much more rewarding being a part of my children's life and building a much stronger relationship with them, but also building an amazing team and sharing this opportunity with many more people. So Juice Plus. What's Juice Plus? Juice Plus itself, the company's been around for over 47 years. The product's 27. So it's not a new fad. It's not something that's new that's going to come in today and go out tomorrow. It's literally got 27 years worth of results. It's all based around whole foods. It's about bridging the gap in your diet or increasing an already healthy diet. Okay, so for me, I wasn't ever going to take the product. I was looking for my husband who didn't eat healthy. I was that crazy juicing 3 to 5 fruit and veg, crazy woman. But, what was it going to do for me? I was already eating plenty. But I thought, to be a product of the product and really understand it, I needed to take it too. So this is our hero product, okay? Fruits, vegetables, and berries in a capsule form. Super convenient. I know government states we should have a variety of 3 to 5 each day, but science suggests we need to be having more along the lines of 9 to 11. And that's quite massive for anybody, whether they've got a family or not, to be able to keep up and keep, doing on a day-to-day basis. So I love the fact that, the product is all around whole foods. There's no synthetic, no artificial ingredients. Even the capsule itself is vegan, vegetarian, plant-based. It's really cool like that. So Juice Plus, honestly, you will love the label. We all can read it. We can all understand it. You don't need 3 science degrees to know what grape, raspberry, bilberry, blueberry, cranberry, pomegranate, blackcurrant, blackberry, elderberry, artichoke, and there's even some cacao in there. This is the berry blend. All right, I know all those ingredients. I can't get them all into my diet each and every day. And the thing is, each of those ingredients have amazing nutritional value, but the fact that they've been put in there together is because they work so much better in synergy than they do on their own. All right, we can put as much fruits and vegetables into our bodies freshly each and every day, but the truth is our fruits and vegetables are picked way before their full nutritional value. And that is because, for a number of reasons, our supermarkets need them for us to buy. Secondly, we want our fruits and vegetables at that nice, beautiful round shape and that nice, vibrant colour, and the way they taste at that time. That doesn't necessarily mean they're going to be at their full cellular level. I think for most people know that banana is at its most cellular level as it's starting to go quite brown and quite funky looking. And that's the same with most fruits, vegetables. That last 24 hours to 48 hours of being on the vine is when it gets to its full cellular level. But that's just not what we're used to eating and what our taste would prefer, I guess. The fruits and vegetables that go into our capsules from our farms, the farms only grow up for Juice Plus. Okay, they're like 3 generations old in our farms, no need for any chemicals or sprays. They get to stay on the vine until they are at that higher cellular level, because it is only for them, only for Juice Plus that they use that. From there, they're taken into our factories, which are co-located, hence why we don't need any waxes or chemicals. In there, they're washed, they're cleaned, they're popped onto our vats where they slowly go through that process of being pulped down with all the liquid and sugar being removed. And then it gets to the stage where it's slowly turned into our powder form through a cooling process that keeps all the live enzymes, micronutrients, and phytonutrients intact. All right. So then when we do swallow it in the capsule form, we're getting it at this high cellular level, and it's all still, you know, at its highest quality, which is pretty amazing. You know, obviously we all absorb nutrients differently, so it's going to take 3 to 7 minutes. It's going to be different for everybody how quickly it gets into our system and goes to work. So inflammation's different within each and every person. From what the results I'm going to get to my husband, to you, are all going to be very different. You know, inflammation comes up in so many different ways in everybody. So for some people it might be skin, psoriasis, eczema, acne. For other people it might be kidney and liver health. It could be gut health. People are pooping better, sleeping better, more energy. You just really don't know until you get Juice Plus into your body what sort of results you're going to get. For me, it just makes sense, you know, busy lifestyle, whether you're working or you're running around after your children. I know for a lot of mums, you're living off toast, coffee, and leftovers. So you're never getting all those full nutrients into your body. And obviously when you're getting it at such a cellular rate, like attracts like. Okay, it's the same as if you're, you know, feeding your face with a whole lot of chocolate and fried foods and salty foods. You're going to want more of that, therefore you're probably going to feel quite crappy. But by flooding your body with Juice Plus on a daily basis, again, like attract like, you're going to start wanting more of the good things and less of the bad things, which is great. And we see a lot of change in craveability for people there. So like I said, Juice Plus has been around for over 27 years, okay? So we've got plenty of results, and we're going to hear from a couple of people very soon. But what we've also got is over 36 peer-reviewed scientific studies. All right, that's pretty cool. You know, Juice Plus obviously helped fund those studies, but to get that gold label on them that they're peer-reviewed, that's unheard of. All right, they're all available for us as either clients or in the business to be able to read and to be able to check out, which is really amazing also. And we have 3 ongoing studies at the moment, and we're a part of one here in Australia and New Zealand, and that's the Kids Eat Free study. So with any adult does our micronutrition, the oil in the engine, our whole food capsules, they get to sponsor a child for free for up to 4 years between the ages of 4 and 18. So you're literally getting buy one, get one for free. And kids are the hardest ones to get that variety into each and every day. So the kids can either have the fruit and vegetable capsules if they're a bit older, or they can have it in a chew form. Oh, round the wrong way, round one, this one. So that's in our fruits and vegetable form also. Same powder that goes into the capsules, but it's joined with an all-natural plant-based tapioca. So I know there's a lot of these on the market. you know, out in the supermarkets and chemists that say that, you know, they're a great multivitamin for the kids or whatever. But again, it's the same with us, without, you know, all the products out there that are available, whether it's a multivitamin or a supplement. They're full of so many synthetic ingredients, and you've probably seen this in the form of a disco wee, that fluorescent wee that always looks like you're dehydrated. That is your body excreting what it doesn't recognize. Okay, so for the children, they get to have a yummy chew form that gives them an extra variety of 17 fruits and vegetables every day without all those synthetic and artificial ingredients, which is pretty cool. You know, I've got a 5-year-old that eats super well and a 2-year-old that's a lot like his dad. And he isn't into vegetables at all. He'll eat his fruit, but not his vegetables. So knowing I can get Juice Plus into his growing little body is a huge relief for me. We're seeing massive results in that study already with kids sleeping better, pooping better, cognitive behavior. For my children, respiratory, and we're seeing obviously a lot of results with skin as well. So that's pretty cool. And again, you're helping your children create that craveability at such an early age. So they're all looking towards the crisper and the fruit bowl instead of going looking for salty and sugary snacks. You just got to be careful in the supermarket that they don't just pick things up and eat them, because that does tend to happen. So that's literally our micronutrients. So obviously then you've got to fuel your body. Okay, so we're not here to replace a healthy diet in any shape or form, all right? But we do have an amazing macro powder, which is called our Complete. So it's a nutritional drink, not designed to be a weight loss product in any shape or form. None of our products are. So it's not a meal replacement as such, but it is a yummy nutritional drink. It comes in 2 flavors, chocolate and vanilla. Over 30 plant-based ingredients in there. So superfoods are in there, complex carbohydrates, protein, fiber. Then you've got vitamin B, complex vitamin B, niacin. Niacin's a beautiful mood balancer. So when your body starts operating at that more opulent level and you add this as well, we're also seeing massive results with anxiety and depression also. Vitamin D, because we've got pomegranate and mushroom powder in there. Vitamin D, especially when you're pregnant, is a really hard resource to keep up with. And luckily for us in Melbourne, the weather is starting to get a bit nicer. You know, again, you know, my 2-year-old, I can give him this daily for most mornings, if not in the afternoon. And I know he's getting, you know, amazing things into his body like broccoli, alfalfa sprouts, radish sprouts, quinoa, millet, pomegranate, pumpkin powder, chickpeas, all these beautiful, beautiful things going into his little body. And then what I add to it frozen-wise, you know, frozen banana, berries, acai, whatever I've got going around in the pantry. And he loves it. And you can freeze these, make beautiful icy poles for the kids. We've got some amazing recipes along with our program too. So that's our Complete powders. Super yummy. They make any green smoothie taste great. Great for pre or post workout for the gym. Great for those sugar fixes in the afternoon. And also got to that stage where Juice Plus felt that there was just one more gap. There was one more gap in the human nutrition that they needed to sort of cover or look at, and that was the all-base omega. Okay, so the body doesn't, you know, create omega naturally, so we need to help get that into the bodies on a daily basis also. So they've come up with an all plant-based omega, so it's great for the vegetarians. They know it skips the fish and goes straight to the algae, along with other beautiful ingredients such as pomegranate seed oil, sea buckthorn, fruit oil, raspberry seed oil, tomato seed oil, and safflower seed oil. So all those beautiful things that help with brain function, eyes, and also, again, joint inflammation. So, and it's, you know, another beautiful colour to add to our already beautiful micronutrients. So that's our program. And obviously we come under an amazing team. You know, people come to this business from all different shapes of life, clients-wise and business-wise, but we're really fortunate enough that we come under a great team that's created an amazing program that fits all around Juice Plus and what it's all about. So, you know, it's all about teaching people about getting that rainbow on their plate and bridging that gap. So they've come up with the Juicy Body Transformation. So when anybody goes on our program just once, they get to be a part of this program for life for free. It's all online. I do have a printed copy in front of me because I just like to have a paper form. But it's all about, the program is family-based. There's something in there for the blokes, for the kids. And again, like I said, it's all about the rainbow. But lots of people want to make that diet change in their life. They just don't know how to cook it and prepare it. And that's what the Juicy Body Transformation is all about. Okay, it's got a gourmet cleanse. It's got a detox. It's got over 400 odd recipes in there, all built by an amazing team, but headed by the wonderful Kira Westwick. Kira's a nutritionist. She's a mother of two. She's a foodie. She was runner-up in MasterChef 2014. She's constantly adding more and more value to our program. And it's something that, you get to have for life as a great backup. And it just gets that variety in for, I know for me, I had my same set meals most of the time, especially while I was working, same vegetables I'd buy every week, same meat, same produce, it would all go in there. But now we get to have this program and it sits perfectly in with our products. As well as we're starting to crave more of the good stuff. It helps the kids understand, it gets the whole family involved in the kitchen, and we really love that, and we're seeing amazing results with that. So about the results, let's grab a couple of girls or guys to see who's on and see if they can share some of the results they've had. So where are you, Mads? There you are. So for you, Mads, how did Juice Plus come into your life? What results have you had, and why do you love sharing it?
Thanks, Jana. So Juice Plus came into my life at the end of May, so nearly 5 months now, and I'm having pretty cool results. I didn't think I would probably experience them quite as quickly as I did, but I did, and it was mind-blowing, really. At the time, I had a little boy and I've got a 3-year-old daughter, so 2 weeks after starting on the product, so I've got the trio and the shakes, I just started noticing I was feeling a bit better during the day. I wasn't as tired and as sluggish. My little boy was having 2 feeds a night still, so that was really quite draining. And even though I was still continuing to do that, I noticed I was falling asleep a lot quicker and I was sleeping deeper. So when I was waking up, even though I'd had quite a restless night, and I was up and down with him, it felt like I'd had a really solid sleep. And that had a huge impact on me the next day, keeping up with a 3-year-old who's got endless energy and a clingy baby. It made a huge difference to me, and just to be able to function. So that was my first result that I got, and probably the most beneficial, honestly, still to this day, that I still have to get up during the night to Jackson, who's not the best sleeper now that he's nearly 10 months, but they honestly saved me the next day. Another really good result I've had is with my skin. I used to have blemishes and I'd get really red rosy cheeks and that, and since having the berries and all that, I've it's cleared up a lot, which has been amazing. And the other one that I've really noticed, and actually my partner noticed too the other day, which was really lovely, was I'm now back to my pre-baby weight, and a little bit less as well, which is really fantastic. So I noticed a lot of my junk food cravings and sweets had almost diminished. Like I used to love having chocolate every night or ice cream, and it was a reward for me, a treat. But I got the chocolate shakes, and I'll have that instead. And so that, along with the program, with the recipes and the workouts and everything, they've helped me get back to where I want to be with my health, which is really hard when you're time poor and you've got 2 kids, and I'm still working part-time, and so it's had a huge change for me like that. And my daughter has the chews, and knowing that she's growing and developing and her little brain is ticking over every day, that she's getting all those nutrition that she needs is it makes me feel good as a mum, that she's getting all the right stuff in her body. And I love sharing it because it's so it's so rewarding to be healthy and to start from the inside out instead of fixing everything on the outside. You're still unhealthy on the inside. So if I can share that with other mums and dads and people who don't have kids, you don't have to have kids to be on it. That's, it doesn't matter. I think we just might notice a few changes a bit quicker. So yeah, that's me. Thanks, Jana.
Awesome. Thank you. So it's even nervous for those that have done it before. So I'm just going to grab Carla as well. So Carla, how did Juice Plus come into your life? What amazing results have you had and why do you love sharing it so much?
Thanks, Jana. So Juice Plus came into my life at the end of January this year. So I've been on it nearly 11 months. And it came into my life by watching one of my friends' journeys for probably 12 months. I was one of those people that stood back and watched for a little bit and was interested. So I'd ask questions, then I'd disappear for a few months, and I'd ask a few more questions. And then finally, after about 12 months. Oh, sorry. Is it working? So yeah, sorry. And so within a few weeks of being on all the products, the churro and the shakes, I could feel a real difference within myself. I had a 3-month-old, a 3-year-old, and a partner who was away for work. He was deployed, so I was exhausted, as we all are. And I was, within a few weeks, I was able to feel the difference. I was able to, much like Mel, be able to function through the day without needing a nap, not falling asleep when the kids are falling asleep, and just feeling better about myself. I felt like I was myself again, not just an exhausted mum or everyone. I guess for us as well, I put my 3-year-old on the chews, and they were amazing for her. They just made her want more healthy food. She wants more apples. She asked for more stuff, but she also had chronic constipation, which she still does at times. But she was on 2 adult dose laxatives a day. And after about a month of being on the product, 1 week, I actually totally forgot to give her laxatives, and she didn't need them. She was able to use her bowels like a regular child and a regular person, and is now not on any of that antibiotics or any of the medication for her chronic constipation, and she's able to use her bowels. And the only thing that really changed in her diet were the chews, which made her want more fruit and veggies and different things. So for us, it's just been an amazing change, and I don't get to see my daughter in pain, and I've got energy to be the mum I want to be and do everything I want to do as well. So for me, it's just been great, and that's why we'll stay on it. So yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Carla. So who doesn't want their kids pooping better without sore tummies? So again, different, my dad, for instance, he suffers from gout, and that cleared up within weeks. That was something that he's always battled with all his life. You really don't know until you take Juice Plus. For my hubby, it was more, he did have a lot of inflammation already, joint pain, I guess, from lifting steel all day long. And getting his tummy right with the crappy diet that he does seem to sustain. Juice Plus has helped him in those ways as well. But you just don't know until you get such an amazing product into your system. For all ages, this product can be something for. And the biggest thing I didn't mention before is it's just fruit, vegetables, and berries. Unless you're allergic to the pineapple or the apple or the kale, Juice Plus is safe for anybody to take, whether you are pregnant, whether you are breastfeeding. That was a huge tick for me. I had to stop taking so many things when I was pregnant. So knowing that Juice Plus is safe, just about for anybody at any time of their life is pretty amazing also. All right. Just before we hear from our 2 amazing girls that are launching their business, I'm just going to go over a few, queries that seem to come up, especially when you first consider this business, or or someone around you is. And that was, I had a few beautiful family that just cared about me, and they, were quite stressed. I was getting involved in one of those crazy pyramid structures or schemes, or, I was going to end up, working myself into the grave for somebody else and all those sorts of things. But I really think that's where I was. I think in traditional business, we just, we think that's the norm and that's what we have to do. Go work the 9 to 5, work for the boss. And that's how life is meant to be. I could never take holidays when my husband was having holidays. It was, working those long hours and putting your children into care, there was no work-life balance, and when you think about, oh God, that's not a very good colour. When you think about traditional business, I want you to think about, Coles and Safeway and Myer and some of those businesses. They all had their CEO. There's only one of those. They have various promotional levels throughout their structure, their board of directors, state managers, area managers, store managers, area managers within the store. So if we are thinking about Safeway and Coles and that, then they have their beautiful people that are putting through our shopping each and every time we go through there. They could be there 1, 2, 20, 40 years. They might not be, that interested in having a career and building up in the structure. But, even if they do, they've got to upskill. They've got to kick, elbow, knee, make sure they look better than each other to be able to get to these next levels. But I don't know about you guys, but I'm noticing there's less and less of these guys anyway in a lot of the traditional businesses, and how everybody's changing about how they do business these days. But in the supermarkets, they're getting replaced by electronic tellers, and mainly because there's so many people doing shopping online. So these guys are being told they need to either start doing our shopping for us, deliver our shopping, look at another store that still has people that serve on registers, or they need to look at these other promotion levels. All right, for me, coming over from the Defence to Department of Human Services, one government agency to another, I came in at this middle section to Department of Human Services. The people that were already there, probably, down at this level here or in this section here, they had to show me around. They had to train me, but they wanted this position that I had won. So they didn't want to show me. They didn't want to even talk to me. They didn't want anything to do with me. But eventually they warmed to me and showed me around. But that's like what it's like, and even if I wanted to keep furthering my career and aim for a high position, there was no way I was ever going to be the Chief of Defence or the MP or the CEO of one of these companies, because that's normally come from somewhere externally. They've already done that job for years. They've got that tertiary education behind them, or they have been working for the company for 40, 50 odd years and know it inside and out. I will stay in this middle section here. I will do huge hours. I will take work home with me. I'll be on call. There's no life balance for me between home and work, and I'll get run down. So I love the fact that this structure is literally that, but on its head. We have a high position as well. It's called NMD, National Marketing Director. We start in as a virtual franchisee. I love the fact that to have this business in Australia, it's $165, $172.50 in New Zealand. And that is it. I owned a restaurant for 3 years. I spent thousands of dollars when I bought it, and I spent thousands of dollars weekly, monthly to keep it running. I pay $165 a year to have this business, and I just share it on beautiful events like this or with friends and family and people around me. Yes, we have promotion levels also, but how we work is this virtual franchisee comes in, whether they're the CEO of this organisation or they're a doctor or they're a scientist or they're a teacher, we all come in as a virtual franchise. They can't skip straight up to NMD. They come in as a virtual franchise. They're sponsored by somebody. They link arms with them and they help and guide them to grow their business to wherever they want to go. If I wasn't to help and guide anybody I introduced this opportunity to, I would stay where I am. Because me growing in this business means I need to help other people see a wonderful opportunity and help them grow. We all come in as a virtual franchise, but we all get that opportunity to get to the top position, which is NMD. There isn't one person sitting pretty in this organisation just freaking from it financially. Someone earns an income from me 5 levels high. I earn an income from 5 levels deep. So it's about me sharing the opportunity as wide as I possibly can, and then creating that teach to teach going down. So the only other thing that sort of came up for me when I said yes to this business, because I had come from the defence and I wasn't using social media there because of my clearance, and then going into working for Department of Human Services and actually being able to use my Facebook, was I didn't think I knew enough people. You know, I didn't want to be annoying to my friends and family, and I didn't want to be, you know, that sort of person pushing it on them, because it's not what Juice Plus is about. We don't do any cold sales. We don't put any hard pressure on anyone to do this. You should do this. We don't. It's an amazing product, don't get me wrong, an amazing program and a wonderful opportunity, but all I had to do was share it. So Lauren showed me. So here was me. She showed me how to share it with a few friends and family. All right. And, you know, and I got some wonderful, you know, obviously put hubby on it. He wasn't getting a say in it. My friends, my mum and dad, I got a couple of them. But what I also got in the early day was a few beautiful people that wanted something else from the business, opportunity-wise. So I found Lindsay, who we'll hopefully hear from soon. She got a bit of FOMO. She had a family of 4 at the time. And they ate well, but they knew there was a nutritional gap there they could possibly bridge, and why would she let me benefit it from it financially when she could? Catherine had amazing results, put it on social media, and it went crazy. And I said, I can respond to all those if you really want me to, but why don't you? You know, product's a bit hard for you to keep up with expense-wise. Why don't you respond and get your product cheaper or for free? So she jumped on board. Steph loved the product, loved the program, had amazing results too, didn't understand why we hadn't heard about it sooner, and she just wanted to share it with as many people as possible. Bless her. I showed these girls exactly what Lauren had shown me. Help them find a few friends, family, co-workers, sporting buddies, and the same thing happened to them. They too, with some assistance or without assistance, they found a few people that either wanted their product cheaper, wanted a holiday fund, wanted to say yes to more, because I thought I was in my full-time job so I could say yes to more for my family, but I was saying no to so much because my time was taken away from me. I was so time poor when I was working full-time. So Catherine went and shared it with Michelle over in Tasmania. She shared it with Adam back here in Victoria. We shared it with Zoe all the way down in Townsville. Lynn's went and shared it with Melody and Rachel. You know, Rachel then went and shared it with Alex, who's then gone and shared it with Amanda. So, you know, and they still just keep popping out like this, just like popcorn. It's so organic, you know, just sharing their amazing results and what's happened, and this beautiful thing just kept happening, and all they kept doing was teach to teach, and all I knew were my first few customers, Lindsay, Catherine, and also Steph. And now I get to meet more beautiful people like Michelle and Adam and Zoe, Melody, all these people that I would never have got the chance to. So community and relationships is a massive part of this business, and it's been a huge blessing for me. You know, getting sheltered into your job and being a mum, you do get lost. So this has been an amazing personal development journey, and obviously rewarded with all these beautiful relationships. So now we're going to hear from the girls, and it really is whoever comes up on my screen first. So, and that is going to be Ames. So Amy, how did Juice Plus come into your life? What results have you had so far? And why did the business make sense to you?
So initially, I think it may have been 18 months ago, but Jana, you'll be able to tell me if that's correct. I was introduced to the product by Jana at one of her events, and basically it just excited me for the fact that, very similar to Jana, that my husband could get a really well balanced nutritional whole food supplement that basically you know, he wasn't getting with the food and the diet that he was eating, but he was taking all synthetic vitamins and things like that. So originally it was for him. However, I got on the product straight away because I was pregnant and wanted to give baby and me as much as I could, working 4 days a week, etc., 2 other children under 4, and the benefits have just, they've been amazing. For myself, I had chronic eczema and dermatitis, so my hands were covered with dermatitis. No longer. When pregnant, I get it all over my face, and that was the first pregnancy I didn't get it on my face at all. And the biggest thing for me, especially once baby was born, was the energy and stamina, as other people have mentioned. I could have 4 hours sleep broken and still wake up and feel refreshed and have patience for the kids and run the household and do all the rest. So it slowly trickled down. The kids obviously went straight onto the chews, and they were huge. I had a picky eater who still to this day is picky, but we'll grab a carrot out of the fridge now, whereas would never have touched it before. She also had eczema on parts of her body, gone. So, and my oldest had issues with constipation and would often, not go for days and struggle with fissures and things like that. And that's all gone now. And unfortunately, we did take a break from Juice Plus, just being on maternity leave and not being able to afford it. And that's where I saw the huge difference. I ended up with pneumonia. I had a month worth of colds. Eczema came back. Dermatitis came back to the point where my hands were cracking and bleeding. Kids were going back to all the same issues. My oldest, who has issues with anxiety, that was coming back up again. Kids weren't sleeping very well. And we got back on the Juice Plus, and now my husband now takes it, and we've had so much improvement in even myself. I often, when pregnant, have sciatica, and obviously lifting children all day, have issues with my back and lower back pain and shoulders, and that isn't an issue since taking the capsules. And we take the trio, and obviously the kids are on the chews. My husband has increased energy. He would often fall asleep on the couch by 7:30. He's awake now. He's got energy. He's got energy to play with the kids, help me out with the house, and his moods and have increased also to the point where he is a lot more happier, and that's important when you've got 3 kids under 5, and all working and trying to keep everybody going. And we asked about the business. Was that right, Jana? Yeah. And you can tell I'm a bit nervous. Basically, the business, well, why not? After 18 months of being on the product and seeing the results for myself, I found myself just sharing it naturally in conversation with people from all walks of life, sort of, from my whole family, my extended family, and to people that would meet and would have a chat about things that were going on for them. And so Jana and I chatted, and it basically made sense, why not keep sharing it, making some money to be able to have that bit more freedom with my children. Heading back to work next year, doesn't need to be full time. Can I have stolen moments around the kids whilst still working and running the household with Juice Plus? So that's my journey. I hope I haven't missed anything, and thanks for everyone for popped on.
Awesome, well done. She just kept giving me more and more customers. I'm like, why are you giving me so many customers? You can have the customers and look after them yourself. So I'm so excited to have you on board, Ames, and I'm really excited to follow your journey. And I'm going to grab Ali or Alexandra. Same for you, Ali. How did Juice Plus come into your life? What results are you looking forward to? Because I know you're super new with the product. And why did the business make sense to you?
Yeah, cool. Well, I first saw Maddie's post on a buy, swap and sell, because now I'm a new mum. I'm always, looking through the buy, swap and sell sites. And I got chatting with Maddie, and she's in the same situation with me, 2 kids, not getting much sleep. And she was just telling me about the amazing energy she was feeling on her skin, and both those things kind of resonated with me. My 10-month-old isn't sleeping very well. And so in the days running after Poppy, who's nearly 3 too, she was kind of wearing me out. So I'm looking forward to that. And just after pregnancy as well, my hair's dry, my nails are dry. I'm just hoping to get like stronger hair and nails, with all the nutrients that I'll be pumping into my body. And the business really, well, one, it's great that I'll be able to earn some more money, maybe even, get the capsules, the trio for free. And I'll be able to do it with my girls. I can do it from home. I can do it from the beach. I can do it if I go home to England for a holiday. But one of the things I really liked about it was that you can help other people, and you can't really get ahead in the business unless you help other people. And it's not just like a diet. It's not just about nutrition. It's about well-being, health, and just generally improving your whole kind of person. And I just love like the recipes, because I'm not that great a cook. So it's just good being able to kind of seal the recipes and cook for the whole family. And Yeah.
Amazing. And that's right. This is what it's all about. It's all about, building that time and financial freedom while looking after your health and sharing it with other people. So it's a really awesome way to put it. So thanks you so much, Ali. Well done, girls. I know it's quite daunting jumping on and doing that the first time, but you both did amazing. So the last bit I'm going to touch on, which is a little of the fun part, is how we get paid. Everyone's always interested in how we get paid, and we can share it in over 29 countries, both product, program, and opportunity. But each one of those countries has a different business plan. Here in Australia and New Zealand, we're on the same one, and we get paid, like I said, 3 ways. We get paid in retail profit, we get paid in commission, which builds up what we call our residual income, or our beach money for Ali. He's going to work at the beach. But what we like to talk about is the bonuses. All right. So the bonuses are here as an incentive to help you understand what sort of money's on the table later on when you get to some of the higher levels. But they're there as an incentive to help you grow strong and grow wide in the early days also. So like I said earlier, we start in as a virtual franchisee. We help you smash out what we call DVF in the first 10 to 30 days. Take no notice of all these crazy acronyms or the names. But the first big bonus is $400. Okay, that's for senior direct virtual franchisee. So that means you probably introduce the business with 1, 2, maybe even 3 people. For all different reasons. We come into it for, all different, and it's so beautiful, from different shapes of life, and it just brings in such a beautiful energy into the team. And your teacher, for you getting SDVF, also gets that, because we're a teach-to-teach business plan here in Australia and New Zealand, which is great. So the teacher gets that and you get the $400. But now you're also the teacher, all right? You've got 1 or 2 team here. You're going to keep them hot on your heels, help them get to DVF by doing teach-to-teach, exactly what your teacher showed you, and help them get to SDVF. Then you too will get another $400 for helping them get there, which is pretty cool. The next one is sales coordinator. That means you've probably gone and introduced the business to probably 3 to 5 people by then. That's a $600 bonus for you and a $600 bonus for your teacher. Okay. And this is great because you're also, again, just still learning so much in this early day here. But you're just, doing a little bit more in self-development, learning how to help your team better, but also, keep on growing and sharing that opportunity yourself. And again, your teacher's going to get the teacher bonus. You're getting the 600, but you've got these SDVFs and DVFs back here. You're going to help them come up, again, hot on your heels, and help yourself get this bonus a couple of times, because you as a teacher get this bonus over and over and over again every time you bring team into the business. Then we've got senior sales coordinator, and that's a $1,200 bonus for you and a $1,200 bonus for your teacher. Here you're still sharing the opportunity. You're growing your business, you understand things quite differently here. Your time starts getting allocated elsewhere because you've got a team to help grow and foster and nurture and look after. In saying that, each one of us that sign up to this amazing business, it's our own business. We work when we want, with who we want, where we want, which is pretty amazing. And you're really starting to, take on those new skills of being a servant leader. All right. So we're going to hear from amazing Lindsay, who's going to share how she came into the business, what amazing things have happened to her so far, and what she's looking forward to in the future.
Sure. So Juice Plus came into my world February of last year, and I was actually on maternity leave with my daughter, who's now 2. She was about 7 months old, I think, at the time, and I wasn't looking for anything. I wasn't after a business or a way out, and I wasn't after a product, but I was pleasantly surprised by the product and just jumped on board really without even thinking about it. Jana introduced it to me, and she just said, tell me all about it. And I could see that it was a really easy way to boost our family's nutrition and just bridge that gap. So I went for it. And literally the only reason I joined the business is because she said I could get it cheaper. And as a family of now 5, every dollar certainly counts. So I joined the business to get it cheaper, and that was it. That's all I did. And then I went back to work. Maternity leave finished, that little cloud of heavenly snuggles every day disappeared, and I put my daughter into full-time care. We moved interstate, and I started a new job full-time, and I guess you could say my future just slapped me in the face, and I realized that that was going to be life for me for the next however many years. I was going to hand my daughter over. Someone else was going to get to have those moments with her. I would be told about different things that she got to do throughout the day, and I wouldn't have anything to do with. And it really scared me because I've actually got an older boy. He's 14, and my job, I'm in the Defence Force, or was in the Defence Force, and I joined when he was quite young. So he's 14 now, and I've missed 12 of his 14 birthdays because of the commitment that I have given to that job. And I guess when I put my daughter into care, I realized I was going to do it again, and that's what was going to happen for me again. I was going to miss so much with her, and I just didn't want to do it. So I reached out to Jana and I said, it's time to not just get my product for free, because I shared it with so many friends and family that I've never had to pay for it. But I wanted more. I wanted to actually create an income from it. And so that's what we did. We went to work on that. And that was last year, obviously, when I went back to work. And then this year I went on maternity leave again in April with my third child, glutton for punishment, as some might say. And I was able to make a really cool decision. It was quite an amazing feeling to go on leave this time, not dreading that 12 months down the track where I would be going back to work and putting my children into full-time care again. It was actually knowing that that was it for me, and that this was now my future. And, a new chapter in our life had opened, and now I get to be there for all the moments, the good and the bad, the up and the down, the fun and the not so fun. I'm there for all of it. And that's amazing. I haven't been able to do that with my eldest. And knowing that I can do it with my two youngest is just an incredible feeling. And to know that our business gave that to me is amazing. So because it gave it to me, now I'm so passionate about giving it back to other people. And that's what I love doing now. I love working with other people, especially mamas, but not just mamas, but especially mamas, because it's close to my heart, and helping them to create whatever they want to create and change their life in whatever they want to change it. And I just help them and mentor them to do that. And it's the most amazing feeling to watch them grow into that and be a part of it. I just love it. So yeah, that's why I like getting on here and sharing that, because it lights me up, as you can see. Thanks, Shani.
I'll mute myself. Amazing. And obviously when you hear your friends or the people you've shared this opportunity with talk about their story like that just, things implode inside you, and it's just, you just know you're on the right journey. So that was, this is where Lynn's is pretty much at SSC. She's trying to smash it out and get it done. Next one's QNMD. This is QNMD, where I'm at, and that was a $1,500 bonus for me and a $1,500 bonus for my teacher. And then the last one being NMD, all right? In saying that, there are other ones above there, but that's a $3,000 bonus for you, and you only, by then your teacher's earning too much money and they definitely don't need it. And you're on about 80 to 120,000, and that really just depends on your team. And then you going forward, there's no roof on this journey and what your earnings are. You can just keep growing and sharing, and like I said, you can just live on the beach and just keep sharing this amazing opportunity to have that lifestyle, to have that time freedom and financial freedom. Everyone says, it's not about money, but money is the vehicle to help you change your life and get those things back. And I just want to point out again, even though I mentioned about the stuff, these teacher bonuses here throughout the middle section, you get these bonuses here once each time if you hit the promotion. And if you don't hit it, it's not a big deal, because you're now becoming a teacher. All right, you get this opportunity to be the teacher over and over and over again. Share this opportunity with 5 people, 50 people. You'll have the chance to get that bonus 50 times, that bonus 50 times, that one. So it's pretty cool. And then there's other bonuses that we haven't even talked about in the middle sections here and going forward. But honestly, this opportunity, if you had have asked me 21 months ago if I'd be doing live events to a whole lot of people I've never met before, I'd be saying, hell no, that's too daunting. I'm not going to be doing any of that. But so the self-development on this journey is massive. Not only looking after your health, but you're growing as a person. And then you get to meet so many beautiful people and help so many people along the way. Like I said, you can come into this opportunities for so many different ways, whether it's you love the product, you want to get it cheaper, you want a holiday fund, pay off your credit card, yeah, or just have that vehicle to change your life. There's no way I ever thought I'd be a stay-at-home parent, and I wouldn't have been able to do it unless I had an income. There was no way I would have let my husband just be the breadwinner. Having to ask him to have my hair cut or things like that was never going to happen. So I just want to thank you, everybody, for sharing tonight. A big well done to the 2 girls that launched their businesses tonight. Thank you for all the guests that have jumped on, or if you're watching this recording, thank you also. If you've still got questions, please make sure you reach out to the person that invited you and get those questions answered. And hopefully we see you all again soon. So thank you and good night.